Good night everyone. Today I'll be showing how to promote a server into a domain controller. To begin, we'll go to the server manager and click on add roles and features. Once we click on that, a window will pop up showing a before you begin screen. This will give you a basic rundown of what you should expect when doing this and also tasks that should be completed before you begin. Then we're going to click on next, and here we'll see the installation type. So for this, we're going to stick to role-based or feature-based installation. This is configure a single server by adding roles, role services, and features, and we're going to click on next. Now we're here at server selection. We only have one server, which is the Windows Server 2016, and it's already there highlighted in blue, so we can just click on next. And then we'll be at server roles. Here we can choose what roles. Select one or more roles to install on a selected server. For this, we're going to click on Active Directory Domain Services and click on the checkbox and click on Add Features. Now we'll click on Next. We're going to leave all the features as is and click on Next. And now we'll be at ADDS, which is Active Directory Domain Services. We'll give you a little general things to note about it, and we could read this and then you could click on Next. And now we have Confirm Installation Selection, and for this we're gonna hit Install and wait for it to finish installing. Once the installation is finished, we're going to come down here to promote the server to a domain controller and click on it. Once this pop-up window appears, we're going to go to add a new forest. Here in this little box, we're going to put in a root domain name. I'm going to put in mines now. It could also be .local instead of .com, but I'm going to go with .com, and then I'm going to click on next. Arrive here at the main controller options. You'll see select functional level of the new forest and root domain. It's going to remain at Windows Server 2016 because that is the current year of server that we're using. And when we're going to come down here to type the directory services restore mode, the SRM password, and I'm going to type mine in now. I just add one mines and then click on next. Once it's finished loading, we'll have a net BIOS name, and then after that we could just click on next. Once this is finished, we go next again. And here we review our options. Take a look at it here. Scroll down. And from here, we're just going to click on next. Once the prerequisites check is finished, we're going to click on install. And then start the installation. Once the installation is finished, we'll be signed out and the Windows Server 2016 will restart. Once it's finished loading, we're here, and as you can see, the domain name mrb/administrator, and now we're just going to type in our password that we set. Click enter. Great, now that we have done all of that and Windows Server 2016 has reloaded, we could go to local server here in the server manager see that domain is what we had set that as mrb.com. We could X out of this, and now we could fix back the network settings. I'm gonna come down here, click on this, the little network icon, go to network settings. We're going to go to change advanced sharing options. And now we're going to turn back on some things. We're going to go to private, turn back on network discovery, file and printer sharing is already on here, so we're going to go to guest or public, turn back on network discovery. Here, file and printer sharing is already on here as well. I'm going to turn on network discovery here on our current profile, which is domain, and then we're going to go to all networks and make sure everything's good here as well. File sharing, so anyone with network access can read and write files in the public folder is already on. That's good. And we're just going to save changes. That's been completed. Now we have to move on to the Windows 11. Now that we're here in Windows 11, we're going to come down here, select this. Once it's loaded up, we're going to come down to this PC, right click, go to properties, and once it's all loaded up in here into settings, once it's all loaded here into settings, I'm going to go and scroll down to domain or work group. Click on it and go to change, and you would select domain and type in the domain name here, and then it'll ask for a passcode on user. Once you insert the correct credentials, you'll be welcomed in and it'll be added in there. I'm going to cancel this and make sure network settings are correct. And we're going to make sure certain things are still on. For private networks, network discovery must be on. File and printer sharing is on. That's good. For public networks, network discovery is on. File and printer sharing on. For domain networks, I'm going to click here and we're going to turn on network discovery and file and printer sharing. And for all networks, we're going to make sure that those are still on as well. Public folder sharing is on, and yeah, that's it, and everything is good. We have successfully connected a domain, or we've turned our server into a domain, and we have connected our client to it. Thank you for watching.